So you were with the Spencer Davis Group. What led you to leave? You had two big hits.
Well, yeah, Spencer Davis Group was very much as you were saying, it was a blue. We used to kind of try and play blues and play our own version of blues, and then I think I wanted to, in about 1967, I wanted to explore music a bit more. I wanted to bring in more elements of music, folk, classical music even, and even elements of ethnic music.
You were still a kid. You were still just 19 years old at the time.
Yes, yeah. But I felt I wanted to kind of reinvent myself at 19, I suppose.
And so, Traffic.
And yes, and Traffic was born.
But Traffic was one of those groups. Were you all considered stars at the time?
No, don't think so. No, it was a bit of a quirky, unusual band. Traffic was never really mainstream. We had some attempts at being mainstream. There was a song that was written by a member of Traffic, who was a member for a short while, called Dave Mason, and he wrote this kind of pop song for us, which became a hit in England, but he soon left because we didn't like the idea of having pop songs. We didn't want to really be a pop band, so
you didn't want to make too much money.
Yeah, so that all ended.
But that was an all-star band: Jim Capaldi, Chris Wood, Dave Mason. And they were all very well known, and you were well known because of the Spencer Davis Group. So how long so you started creating music that wasn't going to be commercial?
Yes, I suppose we did, or I should say that we had no eye or ear for commerciality. That was something that wasn't of any interest to us. We wanted to particularly create something that we felt that was unique and peculiar to ourselves.
It was an exciting time in London because so many people were there. Was it a small music scene? Would you just go someplace and bump into Jimi Hendrix?
Yes, absolutely. It was just like that, and there'd be lots of festivals and things where we would everyone would be on the same bill, and then also playing in clubs up and down the country. There would be Hendrix, John Mayall, and the Animals, and us all on the same bill. So yeah, they were very exciting times.
And everybody seemed to influence everybody else, or
that's also true.
And play with each other. That's also important in development, isn't it? If you play with Jim Hendrix, you're going to learn something different than if you're playing with another equally fine musician.
Well, I think that's right. I mean, some musicians, I think, came from a background of playing with other musicians like Hendrix. I mean, I know that I've seen footage of Hendrix when he was stationed in Nashville during his military career, and he was playing. He was playing in a house band for a talent show, and so he has all that experience of actually experience in discipline of playing, backing, of being a sideman, an accompanying musician. And of course, I grew up with that same thing as well. And there were lots of musicians, and Eric Clapton came in as was a sideman and understood all about the discipline and of that. And so, there were lots of musicians around.
My guest is Steve Winwood, and his latest album is called 9 Lives. It's on Columbia. This is WNYC, WNYC.org. I'm Leonard Lopate. Well, there you are. You wanted to play guitar, and you get into combinations with people like Eric Clapton. It's hard to be a guitarist when Eric Clapton is in the group. You continue to play Hammond organ mostly?
Yes.
Because of that, or because you're a pretty good guitarist. So, did you feel frustrated at times?
Well, thank you. Well, I mean, obviously, being a keyboard player and a guitar player, it doesn't always do myself any favours doing that, because sometimes people don't know whether to see me as a guitar player or a keyboard player or a singer, so perhaps I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. But
It didn't hurt Paul McCartney.
that's true. Well, except most people he's a singer and a bass player, but of course, I
Even
guess
though he plays keyboard so much.
Yeah, there you are.
But in the end, that also allows you a lot more flexibility.
Yes, well, I hope so.